What's up? So I wanted to make this video with my husband, but it's never going to happen. And if I wait for him, it's never going to happen. And I've been wanting to make this video and get back to vlogging on here for a while. And I've been getting this question like every week pretty much since I had my daughter, who is now 8 months. Why don't you share your daughter's face? Why don't you share your daughter's face? Not judging, but why do you share your daughter's, don't you share your daughter's face? And I know it's weird. I know it's weird in this, like, you know, time in this day and age to not share your family on social media, especially if you have a lifestyle brand. And I want to try and say this in like the nicest way possible, because I have so many friends and family and fellow coworkers who do share their families and their children on social media, and everybody knows their kids' names, and there's a lot of, you know, a lot of women out there who, you know, share just like, you know, their kids are all over their Instagram, and celebrities with kids all over their Instagram. But there's also a lot of people who don't. And those are the people that I really came to admire. I don't really think that you're wrong or you're right for choosing to do something, but I just want to share my own personal concerns and why I've decided not to do that. Okay, so of course, like, what I choose to do with my life is not a reflection on what you choose to do. Just because I choose to not do something doesn't mean that you're a terrible mom and that you shouldn't do it either. I'm just sharing my own personal, like, why I personally have decided not to share my kids. And at least when they're little, you know, when they're older, when I feel like they're emotionally able to understand social media and understand that it's work, like, this is what mommy does for work. It's not something that you should be on 24/7 wasting your life away on. Okay, so that's like, okay, let me just get to it. The first, if you want to be triggered and take it personally, I can't control that. So I'm just going to get into it. The first reason why I have chosen to not share my kids on social media is because when I was pregnant, actually one of the first like moments that it got planted in my head that I didn't want to do that was I was following she has a lot of followers, a huge YouTube, and she has like, she had like twins recently, and she has a girl who's like 7 or 6, like she's a little older, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there, 4 to 7 years old. And the little girl was taking her dolls and positioning them on like the wall to take like photos of them in like outfits. And she said, oh, that's so funny that she does that, because I always make her stand at this wall to take pictures in like the products that they endorse or whatever, in the outfits. And so now the little girl goes and does it with her dolls. And so that was the first time I was like, I want my daughter outside, like hiking and playing in dirt and growing things and making food and exploring musical instruments, not positioning her dolls for Instagram. So that was the first time where I was like a little like, oh, like this is serious. Like, it's really serious. Like, mommy see, mommy do, you know. I really got to be careful about what I'm teaching my daughter, you know. And I already, like, she's 8 months, and the girl has never like seen our phone screens, and she hasn't watched a day of TV. The only TV that she has seen is our workout videos. And so screen time is something that is very heavily enforced in our household, and because it's what we do for work. So if we don't heavily enforce screen time and make it a like really important thing, you know, like we'll work around the clock. So, you know, for us, it's like, it's work. It's not something that our kids should not be working, right? Like, I feel like putting my kid to work at that young is like, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me personally. Okay, so then the next thing that, you know, I started to, so I like to donate to IJM, which is International Justice Mission, and they work to free kids and women and family and people from human like sex trafficking and stuff like that. I mean, this is a really heavy topic, and it's really something that I feel like a lot of people just want to ignore, but there is a lot of really sickos, like huge sickos out there. and I had to ask myself, the question I had to ask myself is, am I okay with anybody and anybody having a screenshot of my daughter on their phone? And I don't even want another mother to have a screenshot that I don't know of my daughter on her phone, or a stranger or somebody I don't know. And so then you have to ask yourself, well, if I'm okay with that person, like, you know, somebody just taking a screenshot of my daughter for like their outfit to get, you know, for like a photo shoot for their family, you have to ask yourself, well, then are you also okay with a pedophile having a screenshot of your daughter? There's tons of really sick, like, fetish sites and like these, and just like these, they exchange like pictures, like it's out there. It's there. And I had to ask myself, am I okay with pictures of my daughter being on the internet and not being able to control what happens to them? And the answer was no. I'm just getting sick. I'm getting absolutely nauseated just thinking about it. So I will say that, like, yeah, it sucks. I want to share her so bad. I want people to tell me how beautiful she is and how smart she is. And I want to brag on her and share, and just, I do photography. Like, I would love to just spam you guys, do the baby spam, and like have her in my pictures. And I see all my friends and all the people I work with, like my whole network that I work with, like it's all about them and their kids, and it hurts my heart. Like, I want to be able to, like, I yearn for that. Like, I want to be able to have the mommy and me photos, and, you know, but then I have to ask myself those two questions. Like, you know, do I want her growing up on social media when we don't even know what the lasting, mental and emotional effects of it is yet? Social media has only been around for 5 or 6 years. We don't know what the long-term effects on children. And two, am I okay with her pictures just being anywhere and everywhere on the internet and don't know who's using them and for what, you know? So those are the two main questions that I ask myself anytime I'm like, how long am I going to do this for? I'm going to do it until as long as I feel comfortable, until I feel comfortable sharing her. And who knows how long that's going to be. So, and my only regret is that I shared her name. You know, I wish that I never shared her name, and I really do appreciate it when my followers are really awesome and they also don't say her name, because I shared her name for like the first month or 2 or 3, and you know, I just feel like I did her wrong. I feel like I needed to protect her more, and I just didn't want it to get worse and worse and worse. So with my next baby, I'm not even going to share their name, and yeah, so I just didn't know. I didn't know like that I would feel so strongly about this until I had her. Everybody kept asking me, are you going to share her? You're not going to share her. You didn't share her. You're not going to share her when I was pregnant. And I was like, why does everybody care so much? And like every Beachbody coach shares their kids. Every blogger and lifestyle person shares their kids. You know, I look at these celebrities and stuff that share their kids. But then, you know, I was like, and why do I have to take the hard road? Why can't I just take the easy route and just share the stuff that people want to see? And it's just because, like, I just feel really strongly about this. And then I get really inspired by people who choose not to. Like, there's a lot of celebrities who don't share pictures of their kids. They only share the back of their heads or certain angles. Or they put like sunglasses or hearts over their face and stuff. And I'm really inspired by that. I think Jessica Alba does that. And there's like a couple of other celebrities that I follow that do it. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But I think that's real cool, you know? And so I think that there needs to be more people out there like that are inspiring people to do it differently. Like, we don't have to share our kids. Like, if we want to share our kids, but like in a safe way, I think that there's a way to do that too. I think that every way should be, you know, okay. Whatever makes that, you know, parent comfortable. And I also lately have been getting very inspired by foster parents, and because they can't show the identities of their foster kids, so their entire feeds are like of faceless kids. And I actually think it's pretty cool. And I never like thought that like to do that, but you know, it's still a way for me to share, you know, something that I'm very proud about, and that's something that's a huge part of my life, and still protect her and do my job, my due diligence as her mom, and stick to my ethos and like what I feel is right for my family. So that is just a couple of key things. I could go on and on and on about why I've chosen not to share her, but I think that's enough. I don't think anybody needs more of an explanation than that. And my only hope is that I just inspire people to know, to see that, like, you know, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You know, it's not the easy way to run my business. It's not the easy way to build a brand, but I've never done easy. And what matters the most is that, you know, I'm sticking to what I believe, you know, and I just want, you know, other people to know that, like, there's other ways to do things, and you make the rules. You make the rules, and you don't have to do anything the way everybody else is doing it, and you don't have to decide that you can't do something because you want to do it differently. Just do it how you want to do it. And if I inspired you today, let me know. And if you share this video, thank you very much. All right. I hope that helped to answer any questions or confusion. Bye.